Guys, don't get fooled. The market makers are starting to move the price more and more because we have our October monthly candle close coming up, and on top of that, we are soon closing one of the most important weekly candles. I am right now in a $1.7 million short position. It is approximately $55,000 in a profit right now. I will tell you later in this video why this trade is not relevant to you. It is not part of our current scalp trading strategy. I will let you know exactly what our next scalp trade will be. But besides that, guys, I don't want to be disrespectful by wearing a hood here in this video, but if you have watched my last videos, my hair is so crazy that I need to go to the hairdresser first before I can take this hood off. It will be maybe on Sunday because I'm planning a live stream, so check out the channel on Sunday, depending on if this weekly candle will stay so interesting and so, yeah, I mean, it is very, very dangerous right now. So dangerous, I will potentially stream on Sunday. So just set a reminder. I don't want to promise anything yet, but check out the channel on Sunday. It might be that I'm live streaming there. But guys, let's take a look at the charts, because what happened? A lot of people were a little bit confused why we got this sudden rejection here in the mid $70,000 area. I mean, everyone that watched my last video probably knows it already. I mean, we have here our upward sloping resistance, right? And what we also had on top coming in is our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level here on the USDT dominance, measuring the uptrend, right, here of the USDT dominance currently, which reflects then theoretically a downtrend or a sideways movement for Bitcoin. Why is this USDT dominance correcting so strongly to the upside while Bitcoin is moving more sideways, right? This is because a lot of altcoins like Ethereum are failing behind to pull with Bitcoin in this current bull market, and that shows us that the retail is not fully there yet. Otherwise, there would be more flow into altcoins most likely, and there would be a cleaner correlation between the USDT dominance and also Bitcoin. But one thing that we need to keep in mind here is, and I already told it to you guys in the last video, this monthly candle cannot close super bullish anymore. Yeah? It cannot close like we would have wanted to see it. It cannot really close anymore above our last monthly candles. It is not very likely to happen in the next 8 hours. We can hope for it, and if it happens, let's all cheer, but it is not so likely. Besides that, on the weekly candle, this is the most interesting thing, because the monthly candle, in my opinion, the next month can still be very bullish, even if this monthly candle closes with a little bit of a bigger wick to the upside against this resistance here, in my opinion. What is more important is the weekly candle. I don't want to see a weekly candle close below the $70,000 level, because this would mean the weekly candle failed to break out above our last weekly candle highs, yeah, and we just have a massive wick with a massive sell-off above us and a big FOMO move that pretty much led to nothing, which will make the next upwards move slower and less unlikely to be very explosive, as the last time already people saw that there was not enough buy volume coming in anymore to keep this uptrend going. So what do we need to keep an eye on for this weekly candle close? It is very easy. Is the weekly candle closing below the $70,000? If this happens, is there any bearish chart patterns forming on the daily or on the 4-hourly time frame? If so, we will open a short scalp position. If it's the other way around, we close the weekly above and we form a bullish chart pattern on the daily or on the 4-hourly, we will open up a long scalp. As I said, if the weekly candle is still very close to the current price level on Sunday, I will probably do a live stream and we will decide to go long or short scalp live in that stream. But in the last video, for example, my last scalp trade, as you know, I called it that you can just long as soon as this daily candle that would have made this weekly candle potentially super bullish, right, and breaking above that mid $70,000 level, as explained in my last video. This closed above here, this daily candle, right? And I told you guys, if this closes above, that would be a bullish sign. The weekly candle would look bullish in such a scenario, and you can, if you want, open a long scalp position there. We moved 4% to the upside, so it was a beautiful long scalp trade. I myself didn't take it. My last scalp trade, as you guys know, sadly was a loss actually. I made a loss with my last scalp short trade, which was meant to be a little bit of a hedge position. It's pretty much, it was meant to be this hedge trade, but I was looking to integrate it in my scalp trading strategy. What was maybe not the smartest move, to be honest, but I wanted to give you guys a trade as well. I didn't want to do that again, so we are fully sticking to scalp trades with the trades I call on YouTube and the scalp trading strategy. And just to explain to you why I have this short trade open right now and why it's not relevant to you. I know a lot of people in my community are trading actively. They are looking for the scalp calls. I mean, we had now 14 correct trades in a row. Now we had one losing trade. So let's see if we can keep up the momentum. But one thing that we need to really keep in mind here, this is a hedge position for myself. This is a position I would never now execute as a scalp position here in the markets. Why did I execute it there? I executed it there because I know I have enough capital on the side, and that's why don't get distracted by the numbers. It might not be relevant for you and your portfolio size or your general strategy in the market. For me, I know I have a hodl portfolio, right? And I knew that my highest upside target for the moment, with USDT dominance reaching the 0.618 then, and also Bitcoin reaching a significant uptrend support on the monthly and weekly again, would have been the $97,500 level. When did I say we will reach that? In the case this weekly candle closes bullish, right? Now the question is this weekly candle going to close bullish, right? As we expected, because of this bullish daily candle close, this weekly candle got the chance to close bullish, as discussed in last video. Now we need to see if it actually makes it happen. Why did I open this short? Because I knew, okay, even if we go all the way up to the $80,000 level, I can sustain this trade, and it even makes sense to potentially even double that trade at that level to even have a bigger hedge against my hodling portfolio, right? If we then invalidate this important resistance and the Bitcoin price actually does a very quick run up to the $120,000, $130,000 level, right? As we don't expect right now. Right now I am expecting, right, that we will have a breather into the beginning of the next year before Bitcoin really can rocket above the $100,000 and so on, right? I expect a small breather in between. So even if this small breather does not happen, if it happens, our short hedge trade will generate us amazing returns to then take at the lower levels out again in profit, put it into our hodl portfolio, and then enjoy the rest of the run with more profits, right? This is the reason I would open such a hedge position. On the other hand, you need to keep in mind that such a trade only makes sense if you have a bigger, or if you have a hodl portfolio that is significant in size. Let's say it like this better. If you have a hodl portfolio that is significant in size, right, that you then, if the $80,000 level breaks to the upside, and even if you have $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 margin in that trade at the time, first of all, you generate some funding fees back, so this is reducing your loss a little bit every day. But on the other side, for sure, it's most important that if this level then gets validated, you then expect the price to rocket to $120,000, that your hodl portfolio is big enough that this $200,000 loss on this short hedge doesn't really impact you, right? Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to place this trade, and that's why also it doesn't have any room in our current scalp trading strategy. It is just something that makes sense for me personally, and that does not necessarily make sense for you. So that's why, keep in mind, guys, all of my scalp trades I share actively. As I said, we had with all of my trades that I shared with you up front, a 14 trade win streak until now, the last short hedge that was meant to be this. I sadly opened it a little bit too early, as on a scalp trade you just have limited margin, right? So I should have just opened the short hedge from the very start, as I would have originally have planned. But it is how it is. It can happen sometimes. At least we are still up a lot with our current account balance. We are still up by now currently over $100,000 in the month of October, which definitely, if this month now ends, was a successful first trading month back here on YouTube as well. But now, guys, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to activate the bell. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure to watch my live stream potentially on Sunday. Just as I said, watch out maybe on Saturday. I will put a reminder then and announce the live stream already, so that you can put a reminder and you get a notification on Sunday as soon as I go live. But as said, it's not fixed. I would only go live if this weekly candle stays extremely interesting. If till the end of the week we are at our high point again, right, then it's very bullish. If we are below it already, then in both scenarios, there's not really a reason to live stream. I will just upload a video on Monday telling you, hey, we had bullish or bearish chart pattern, bearish or bullish close. I expect this now to happen. I will go long or short. As always, guys, so subscribe, activate the bell, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully with a new haircut. So see you guys. Bye-bye.